I hope you wake up and your dog licked your makeup. I hope you get ready for work and you can't find your shirt. I hope you go on a date and your man asks for space with no place for excuses. I hope he chuck deuces. I hope all your plans fail with no money for bail and you end up in jail, but you live to tell the tale. Where your space is invaded by the hate you created, trying to run through a village, lie, steal, and pillage. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need personal space. Won't you just go away? We need personal space. Little girl, not today. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. The little girl, not today. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need personal space. Won't you just go away? We need personal space. Little girl, not today. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. Just.
What's up, y'all? What's up? What is up? I just popped in the middle of executive session. I was watching the comments and everything, and I think a lot of the comments were great. Let me speak. Let's see who is in the chat with us today. Just a little pop in. I'm going to put the meeting back up when they come back from executive session, because I'm sure that they will have some sort of discussion. Hey, Jody, how you doing? Hey, Javar. Hey, GMC. That's all. Nobody else want to speak? Okay. All right. I think pretty much everybody echoed my sentiments or my thoughts. If I had to give my thoughts, hey, Brilliant Disguise, how are you? I would say that this is more so a move that the attorney wants them to make. I feel like the attorney is going to be in executive session fighting hard for this for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the trustees will vote, but I think that these are all, valid. Probably about $1,200 or so a month to maintain, and it can't be used because it needs to be cleaned up and all of those things. Hey, Cheryl Washington, how are you? Listen, hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Listen, nobody can ever make me hate Trina. She's a Dolton resident. But before you say anything, then she's a Dolton resident. She has the right to speak. She has the right to her questions. And I love the way that they handle her. They tell her when she has misinformation, and they tell her that she can set an appointment and have a meeting. And I think that she should do all of those things. Whatever they tell her to do, she should do them. But I think all of these concerns are valid. This would be another bill for the village. And are they in a position to handle that right now? I like the comments that the priest made. With current litigation and pending litigation, is this something that we need to be tackling right now? Yeah, sure. I understand. Yeah, she is. She's hilarious. Brilliant Disguise. Definitely. Most definitely. I think, sometimes we discount the message because of the messenger. I think that she has some she has valid questions from her perspective, right? And so I think that it is just discounted because of the behavior, her behavior during this whole thing, right? Because now you gotta be here with these people, right? You gotta, you know. But I think she has valid questions. If those are questions in her mind, um, then those are valid questions, and she lives in Dalton, and she can ask them. Um, she tried to run for mayor and it failed. She didn't. She was even well. She did what she thought was right, I guess. To her, y'all see my eye still messed up. You see it? Yeah, he handled that situation great, which I think he always do. I like the way he said, my eye actually looks better than it has for the last couple of days. I have not been on because I have been busy doing some investigation. My eyes, it's horrible. I mean, it hurts. I have been putting medication in it. The medication makes me sleepy. Hey, Karen Johnson, how are you? Um, yeah, I think that she, you know, has attacked a lot of people that I don't think that's what she wants to do going forward. Um, but everybody got an opinion and got something to say. Javar just got a style in my eye somehow. I don't know how. I haven't had one since I was a teenager. Okay? But some got in my eye. I think it was a eyelash that got in my eye. But yeah, like I said, those are all valid. Oh wow, sure. That's funny. I think all of those are valid questions. There's a lot going on in Dalton. Um, I don't think the staff accountant has been. That is a critical position. Remember, now we're talking about the Tanjanique Miller deposition, which we will be finishing to. We will. Well, I don't know if we're gonna finish it tomorrow. The max I'm gonna go tomorrow is probably like 2 hours. Um, and I have some videos to show you guys too. One very damaging video. I don't know. Well, we'll save that for tomorrow. But we're gonna go and do the next part of this deposition. And yeah, they have a lot of things in Dalton that need to be addressed. Hey, Mr. Troy, how you doing? That need to be addressed. Like they said, a lot of people brought up the roads. I still think that Melanie Fitness Center, I thought that they voted to put it up for sale. So that still needs to be addressed. I think they're also paying for a forensic audit. So, I mean, you also have the matter of the police and the fire chief, and you want to get two people that are qualified, right? So, if you want to have two qualified people, you're going to have the salary to match that, right? So, do you have the funds for those salaries? The fire chief and the police chief, those are two critical positions as far as safety for the residents. So yeah, lots to consider here. And like I said, for me, I feel like this is more of a ask from the lawyers, something that the lawyers may be pushing for versus something that the trustees may find relevant. And I do believe it was Mary Avant that brought up the fact that there was a comment made that the village of Dalton is not in the business of being a landlord or owning property. So there's a matter of that. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Yeah, that's what they're in executive session talking about now, First Lady Brown. They're in executive session talking about the purchase of the Pope's home discussion. I don't understand and how anyone thinks buying the Pope's childhood home will draw any money. Even Michael Jackson's childhood home only has drive-bys. Yeah. I think because I don't know. I mean, for me, there's lots of things, going into this. There's a matter of traffic. The 90-year-old man was talking about there's some, shots were fired over on Evers by the field house and they needed security. And he hadn't seen the police. And we all know that, and unbeknownst to him, because now he's 90 years old, I think this was his first meeting. Because I know that he may not be able to get in and out of, out of the house like that. But we all know that the police department is hurting for people, qualified people. So that's an issue too. Not enough police force. Deb Hill, did I speak to you? Hey, Deb Hill, how are you? The Pope House, from what I understand, isn't the same inside. I'm not sure the purpose of the purchasing. Yeah, it's been totally renovated. The couple that bought it, they totally renovated. That was the comment. One of the comments that the young lady made. She said, "I don't know why you want to buy it," and she said, "And I'm Catholic, but the home doesn't look anything like it looked on the inside when he lived there." And I think, don't they normally buy homes when they've been preserved, right? When they look the same on the inside as they did when that person lived there. So I don't know. I don't even know what the people that have been on the tours have been looking at or doing, because unless he had pictures, maybe he has pictures before he did the renovations and he put those up. So I don't know. I came on the 90-year-old man speaker, so I missed some of it. Okay, yeah, I was watching, and I think I came on when Miss Hill was talking. Miss Hill made a great point too. Hey Dave Bryson, how you doing? Just let the family buy it, put up a historical marker out the front, tax revenue coming in done. Yeah, I don't know that the family wants to buy it. But I say make it a historical build, site or something. Maybe put a plaque out there, for that. I think that, would be great. Hey, Money Boy Trey, how are you? Maybe his spirit's still in the house. I don't know. Maybe he'll come. I don't think he have no plans to come and bless it neither. So, there's that. But maybe he will. I doubt it, but maybe he will. But a lot of the people that made comments today made very valid comments. Hey, Greed. Hey, Strawberry Shortcake. How you doing? I personally, I don't have no vote, but I don't think that that is something that they need to be focusing on right now. And, I feel like, yeah, sure. I feel like that's no big deal, right? Hey, Kenneth Dawkins, I got your message. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you're feeling better. I wish I had known that before. I wish you had sent me an email before. Next time, send me an email before so I can be checking in with you. Okay? My regular viewers, I get concerned. I have sent one viewer email and I haven't heard a response from them, so I'm going to probably try to locate them. First Lady Brown, if you in these comments, please let the people know that I can locate people. But yeah, I pretty much agree with all of the sentiments of the residents, and I agree that there are other more pressing issues in the village. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has even spoken on the ice rink. What is happening with that? What's going to happen with that? That's currently $1 million unattended. I'm hoping that they have some good ideas for what they might want to do with it. especially since it's already built out, and it has little buildings on it. It would be nice if they would let a restaurant, somebody who wants a restaurant, or like a pop up, allow pop up restaurants at the skating rink. It's hot now. Birthdays, they could be making a lot of money from that skating rink with that. Okay, and then let have different restaurants that have food trucks do pop ups. They want to look inside those buildings, see what they might need, and turn that into a pop up situation for the food at that place. They can have a different pop up restaurant there every weekend. Um, and boy, that would probably be exciting. Birthday parties, kids can have their birthday parties there while it's hot, still warm and everything. I was just about to say that I can vouch she is a top notch investigator and researcher proven. Thank you, First Lady Brown. Thank you, First Lady Brown. Thank you, Justin, for putting my Twitch channel in the chat. If you now have not subscribed to my Twitch, go over there and subscribe to my Twitch. We're going to be twitching some this week. Some more. There's currently a video over there that you may want to view. So I think that if you go to Twitch from your laptop, you don't have to download the app. You can just hit the link, and then you can, if you want to download the app, then you can. I think that's how it works. Every time I go to my page from my laptop, I don't have to download anything. I just go right to my page. So if you just want to view the video, go there and do so. Guarantee you want to view it. Okay? Because over there when we twitching, yeah, we twitching. I know that's right, Dave Bryson. Okay, I got some FAFO for you. And I can. Okay. Yard sale. Yeah, they could do a big community yard sale there, right? Wow, they could set up tables out there and have a big community. Do they call it a yard sale? No, I think they call it a rummage sale out there, right? Pop-ups are handmade items, food, art, all at the park. Yeah, they can make a lot of money out there. Okay, with just that. So I think there's a lot of things on the table still that need to be addressed. Is there a way to bypass the ads on Twitch? I don't think so. Only my Twitch members, people that are subscribers to my Twitch, they don't get commercials. So it's only a minute. It's like a regular commercial. I know you spoil First Lady Brown with your premium YouTube, but it's only a minute, just like a regular TV commercial. It's 1 minute. Food truck pavilion with music and bands. Yeah, it's already set up out there, Wyoming gal, right? The space is already there. They can have their little venues for their little concerts, and and open the gate, and they'd be like, the gates open at such and such time. $5 for Dolton residents and $15 for non-residents, and then have their kid prices or whatever. And then it'd be like Ravinia. Who been to Ravinia? I love going to Ravinia because you can bring your own chairs, you can bring your own coolers. Love it. So then that way, they can be making money from that still, too. Oh, Strawberry Shortcake, don't say that, because I even turned them down. You know what I'm gonna do for my next Twitch? I'm gonna turn off the ads. I'm gonna put the ads on 30 seconds. Okay, I put the ads on 30 seconds. DMG, how are you? Local musicians play at ours for free. Yeah, sure. I think they could turn that space into a valuable, money-making space. So then that way, at least they'll have some revenue coming in from it. And then when it gets cold, then again, hot chocolate, right? That'd be a nice place to put the village tree. They could light up a tree out there and be having hot chocolate, little vendors out there with, it's two buildings out there. One has skates in it, and the other one, I don't know what that one was supposed to be, but I feel like they could put a nice concession stand in there and have pop-ups every weekend of food trucks, maybe have food trucks come and do a pop-up in there. But I hope they do something with the space. I hope they open it up for birthdays, and people want to be doing all kinds of things now. I would have me a nice 90s skate party. Dress up in your 90s attire and let's skate. That's what I would do. That's what I would want to do. Nice old 90s theme party. I'm fine with residents having concerns, but the tone has to change when talking with the mayor and the board. The atmosphere has changed, in my opinion. You say sell those dang skates and build it, but they gotta keep some, because you know what, sure, they can charge $2 for skate rentals, like they do at the skate, thing. So, okay, yeah, people are looking for that. They're looking for a family atmosphere, somewhere they can bring their kids and adults. You can see your kids and you can be with the adults and, all of that. That's what I would do. How long we been in executive session? Because I thought he said 15 minutes. I just want to make sure. But I think those are the things that they back. Okay, let me see. Let me put it up on the screen. French said he back. Okay, here we go. Hold on. French said they was back. I'm looking on my phone because I don't see him back on my phone too. Okay, y'all. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. Nope, they still not back. They're still not back. They are back. Wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna go back in because maybe it's me. I hear some noise. Is everybody hearing noise but not seeing anything? Okay. Somebody else live. Probably Vivian's live.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. What is this? Oh, it's my angle. It's me. I didn't want to lean down anyway.
They need to get some better cameras.
All right. Good evening. I'll ask. Are you ready, Clerk? Yeah. Okay. I ask Clerk Key to do a roll call for us to reconvene this meeting.
Okay, Trustee Tammy Brown.
Present.
Trustee Norwood.
Present.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Here.
Trustee Belcher.
Here.
Trustee Steve.
Present.
Meeting reconvened at 7:23 p.m.
Okay, we will go right into our discussion, and I will ask for a motion for the approval of purchase of 212 East 141st Place in Dolton and 200 East 141st Place in Dolton, Illinois. Is there a motion? So moved.
Second.
Here, a motion by Trustee Edward Steve and second by Trustee Brittany Norwood. We'll go in discussion. I'll ask the board if they don't mind if I have comments first on this. Really want to make sure that I'm speaking to some of the concerns that are out there, because I understand that there is concern in particular given our financial condition that we've inherited in this village. So I do hear those pleas and concerns loud and clear. We've made mention, I would say, originally upon hearing the news of the desire. We've also got many people that understand and have praise, and there's many people that are rightfully concerned over what we are, or what I'm asking that we proceed with. And hearing that concern, there are several things that I want to make sure that I do address. Some are talking about the repair of our streets, current infrastructure, and back bills. We are fully committed and will be doing both This does not derail from our intention, our drive, and what we are going to do to repair the streets. We had negotiated recently because we had to identify some vendors that are willing to partner, and that's been a big undertaking for us in our infancy phases. And we found people that are willing to begin partnering with us, similar to the partnership that we will be getting on the, if approved by board, on this endeavor as well. You will see streets being repaved as quickly as the end of this week. In particular, I'm looking at the hole that's been sitting out here on King Drive for more than 6 to 8 months. When it comes to the maintenance of the property, because that property will have to be maintained, but our policemen as well as Public Works have been governing that already. That's a current cost that will be in place and is in place at this very moment. We've had charters come in here. We want to make sure that anybody that comes into our community is safe. We will make sure that continues to happen. That's a cost we will incur whether we own the property or not. There will be no getting around that. Why would we not want to participate in that and get the benefit of this historic moment moving forward? I think this is a proud moment for our village, a proud opportunity, and we want to make sure that we're doing it justice. We're honoring those that are members of this faith. So I say that not by way of challenging those who have concerns. I feel that every concern that has been brought is just, it is right. We hear it, and we are going to push forward to make sure that we do justice. We are looking at, and with this once in a lifetime, and I will say this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. We can either seize this moment and move it forward, or we can let that moment go to an investor. I would like for our community to get the benefits of this opportunity and work together, that we have enterprise zones, historic land districts. So the opportunities that have come across have been numerous. Opportunities for historic zones where we can get state and congressional funds that'll come into this town. So we will make people proud. And there's one big thing, because we're going through our budget season right now. And there's one thing that I've learned over time is that you cannot cut your way out of a deficit. We have to make sure that we have economic opportunities that will also add to our revenue while we are working towards being streamlined and efficient. And I can promise you this Board of Trustees is holding me accountable every single day. And that's exactly what we signed up to do. So I will be making the ask of this Board of Trustees. And I thank those who have expressed their concerns. I genuinely want to say that, because it's very, very valid. Those concerns are heard and received, and we'll work to make sure that everybody is proud of this as we could reach the conclusion. But I will defer to any board member that has comment at this time. They're not used to me talking this long, I promise.
Right.
So nobody, who won't go? Nobody?
I'll start.
Okay, I hear Trustee Belcher.
Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to say, because a comment was made, I do not think that the Village of Dolton is in the business of real estate. I've said it before, and I said it again tonight. But I do think that this is, as the mayor said, a one-time opportunity in a lifetime, unless we have another pope or some famous person come from Dolton. But in the long run, I think that this is going to benefit our community. And when we start having a lot of concerns about our roads and start having concerns about just things that's going on, that we need to make sure that we have funding for, our faith in our mayor of making this decision that is going to take our town on a pathway of making sure that we are looking at financially how this will help us in the long run. And I'm asking just the citizens of Dolton to stand with us as we make this decision, because we know that in the long run, it will help all of us as a village. So I, Trustee Belcher, am in support of it right now, because I know that what the future holds and how this can help us in the long run.
Thank you, Trustee Belcher. Any additional discussion at this time? Trustee Steve?
Testing. I would like to say that you know, we hear the complaints, we hear it. We are very well aware of the potholes and stuff that we got to overcome. But this is a once in a lifetime thing. Our lawyer just gave us what has went on to the other Pope's house throughout the world, and this type of the traffic that it produces for that city, wherever that the Pope's house are. So this is a great opportunity. If you can see, if you ever ride over there, if you ever see the traffic over there and the constant traffic, constant busloads in and out of our town, this is a great opportunity for us. And there's other, I know the Martin Luther King house, even Michael Jackson's house, which is not even controlled by Gary, I think, but this is a historical thing. The first Pope and first American Pope, and it's from Dolton. So this stuff that we got tonight, I'm going to get a digital format of this, and we're going to put this on the website for everybody to look at what these other Pope houses, historical houses have done and what they continue to do. And it's a great opportunity for our village. So that's just what I want to say, sure. And we hear you. They say I drive fast. I busted 2 tires on some of these roads. It is completely, it is terrible. It is terrible. And we're paying our back bills, and we owe some people. We found vendors that found they're gonna work with us and get us through. And like the mayor said, I can't wait till this hole on King Drive is fixed. There's a hole over front of the Dolton Library that needs to be fixed. We're very well aware of these things, and we're working to get it fixed. But we can do this great thing at the same time.
Thank you, Trustee Steve. Any additional comments?
May I be recognized?
Okay, I got Trustee Norwood.
Let me first start by saying I am not getting in the car with him. Okay, you do drive fast. But overall, I want to say that I heard the concerns today, and I want the residents to know that our mission is the same mission that it has been for the last 4 years, and that's to move this town forward. Yes, these are tough decisions that we have to make, but it comes with the duty to do what's best for the people in the town. When I was younger, I remember my mom taking me to Gary. We went to see Michael Jackson's home. From there, because we were in the area, we went to the candy stores in the area. And it's just something that I always remembered. I mean, I'm grown now, but this happened when I was 8 or 9. So I am happy that we will be able to actually benefit. We hear the concerns with the roads. So we are thinking of ways that we can generate more money for the town. That's the ultimate goal. So I just want you all to know that when we are up here making these tough decisions, we live here also. So we understand that there are important things that needs to be done with the streets. I mean, but I also understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. So I just want everyone to know that our goal is always to make sure that we're doing what's best for the people. I know sometimes everyone may not understand it, but just understand that later on, this will all make sense, and we do have a plan. So we do want you all to keep faith in us and just know that we're still here for the people. We live here also, and we want to keep this town great. And for us to have this home and make it a landmark, I'm actually really excited. So thank you.
Okay.
Can I speak, Mayor?
Absolutely, Trustee
Thank you.
Tammy.
Just to piggyback a little bit off of what Trustee Ed Steve said, if you actually go to the area and you see the people that come from different states, from all over the world, just to actually see the Pope's house, we know it's not the same as to when he was living there, but it's just the excitement to see the people just to be standing on those grounds, on the porch, just in the area. And we know also that the area has to have some upkeep and maintain. But if the people in that neighborhood see the things that we are trying to do, that would encourage them to do a little bit more with that area also. Even with that being said, I have had people that have reached out to me from all over, wanted to give donations to help us out with the purchase, the area, all sorts of things. So when we do it the correct way, in a long run, it will pay for itself. It will pay for itself. And again, you're making hard decisions. We're making hard decisions as an elected official and as a resident. This is to benefit all of us. We got a new start. Let's go in that positive direction and do some positive things. And this is one of them. So I hope that everyone understands and agree with us with this decision we're about to make. But again, in the long run, see where this is going to take us. There's going to be some great things that's happening here in Dolton. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Brown. Trustee Stan?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say I'm a man of God, and I do believe in a God. And whether you're Catholic, Catholic, Protestant, or whatever you may be, we serve the same God. So it's okay if we want to help our Catholics. We want to do something that the Catholics does. So I just believe in this is opportunity that's been given us, and I do believe in wait on the Lord, be of good courage. He's here to strengthen our town, so don't let this opportunity get away from us. He's given us opportunity to climb back because we have been put on the back row. So now we have the opportunity to get on the front row. So we don't want to let this opportunity get away from us. And we definitely don't want to cross no lines that we shouldn't cross. And yes, we're trying to build things up here in the village of Dolton. So with the residents supporting us, give us that opportunity to make a decision, because you don't make a bad decision if you don't make a decision at all. So we were doing this here from our hearts and from the information that we have been given, because I do have some relatives that live in Atlanta, Georgia. And I go to Martin Luther King house every time I go to Atlanta, just to walk through the halls of what this man has actually been in. And I have been to the Pope's house at 212 East 141st Place. And you just still get that feeling. So yes, everything over there has been built. All the old things have been taken out, but it's still where the Pope came from. So the Pope didn't just come here. He's been here. The Lord just revealed it to us, but this man been here over 50 years ago. Yeah. So it's nothing that just came. So he actually given us opportunity to bring something to our town, to take us from the basement of despair, and now we're in the balcony of success. So we just like to go there and make the best of this here. So thank you for the support, residents, because I'm a 35-year resident here. And actually, I talked with some individual that has came to visit the Pope's house. This man actually used to come to Dolton Park. So right now, you in history right now being in Dolton Park. So this is some good land we in. So let's just glad and rejoice in it.
Thank you very much, Trustee Stan. I believe we got all board members. With that being said, Clerk Key, I'll ask for a roll call, please.
Sure. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Steve.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, I want to say thank you to the board for moving on what I feel to be a historic moment. Items B and C, I will ask if there's no objection. I'll ask that we bundle item B and C. I will read them into the record. Item B being discussion and approval of ordinance number 25-003, approving a letter of intent with Tower Point for the purchase of the easement rights, leasing and providing future rents for the cell phone tower located at 401 East 144th Street with the Village of Dolton. Item C, exact same wording with the location being 14440 South Greenwood Road in Dolton, in Illinois. Item B and C, I'll ask that we bundle these, and I'll ask for a motion for approval, please.
So move.
Second.
Hearing a motion by Trustee Steve and second by Trustee Belcher. Will be in discussion. Any discussion at this time?
Yes.
Trustee Belcher.
Just as we just had a conversation about how we plan to continue to move the village forward, what we're about to vote on is income and revenue that's going to come back into the village. Over the last 4 years, as things have been going on, we fell behind on handling the business, and we had property or easements where we should have been collecting rent on them and wasn't even collecting rent. So we're about to make a decision that we'll have steady income coming in forever because those towers can't be moved. So we are definitely making financial decisions. We're taking everything into consideration because we have to realize that we have to continue to move this town forward. So as we you may not see it in the front, but behind the scenes, we're doing necessary and making credible financial decisions to put the village back into a better shape than it's been in.
Thank you, Trustee Belcher. Any additional discussion? If not, I do want to give compliments. Attorney, I believe McGrath did a lot of work as well to bring this to fruition. Attorney Olson, our administrative staff, Administrator Walls, of course, Trustee Belcher has been extremely vital as well with efforts. And I would say every board member here on their collective boards with Trustee Tammy Brown, the work she's been doing on zoning, Trustee Stan Brown, we played softball now. Trustee Stan Brown has been incredible with just in terms of assisting with Pope's House, along with his work with Public Works. Trustee Steve is at Public Works virtually every day and all of the great media content. Trustee Norwood with the upcoming housing summits. Every day, this is deemed part-time work, but I see within the first 2 months, it's almost like the lightning bolt has continued to go, but on much more productive. And then, of course, Clerk Key, I only recognize the sound of her voice when we say recall the roll, but then when we put these microphones down, have rolled up her sleeves and doing tremendous work. So I want to thank all for inclusion on that, and I'm sorry I have to appreciate our team so for enduring my voice for this moment. I'll ask Attorney Olson has a comment, then we'll ask for a roll call.
In line with what the mayor and the trustees have said, I think it's very notable that on the two items you're going to be voting on now, as we do in other villages, in selling easement rights to cell companies, these two sales to Tower Point is going to bring the village $564,000 within the next 30 days.
We need that.
It then will provide $1,666, about $1,700 a month for the rental back to the village. So these are the type of things that the mayor and this board have now allowed us to do as we do in other municipalities, and we're having direct results very quickly to the tune of $564,000 for the sale of 2 easements.
Okay. Thank you very much for that collaboration. So with that being said, I'll ask Clerk Key, can we call the roll, please?
Sure. Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Trustee Steve?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thanks, everybody. Item D, we will be tabling at this moment and taking no action. And next, that leads us to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Here, a motion by Trustee Belcher, second by Trustee Stan Brown. Any discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Trustee Steve?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:42 p.m.
All right, well, the meeting has been adjourned. We learned today that they will be purchasing the Pope's home. They'll be probably moving forward with that. Let me see what item D was. Item D was a discussion of an ordinance of amending Title III Business License Regulations, Chapter 3-4H General Amusements of the 1988 Dolton Municipal Code. Not sure what that's about, but my thoughts are we're gonna have to wait and see if this provides what they think it's going to provide, right? They were referencing Gary, Indiana, and Michael Jackson's home, but Gary, Indiana does not own Michael Jackson's home. They were mentioning Martin Luther King, but the city of Atlanta is probably 4 times the size of Dolton. And with Martin Luther King's home, they comes employees. There's someone there that gives historical facts and tours. There's also a store there. And so the store has a cashier or a few cashiers, because there's lots of people in there helping you when you're looking for things, and they sell all different types of books and memorabilia and things like of that nature. So those are all expenditures. So you're gonna have salaries for employees if that's the way they decide to run the house. I don't know what their plan is on how they're gonna run the house. That's out of the two examples that they gave, that's what happens. There are employees that occupy these historical sites, and they get paid. I don't know. Hey, Carol Morton. Hey, Miss Prima Donna. Hey, Diane. I do feel like they need to get rid of the Melanie Fitness Center then, because then the extra $1,200 that they spend or so to maintain that building could then be diverted to the Pope's home, if that, since they're going to purchase it. Is the Catholic Church open in Dolton? I don't know. Miss Prima Donna or Carol Morton, is the Catholic Church open in Dolton? I don't know, because I'm not Catholic, so I would never go there. But there, at one point there was a Catholic church up the street, but it's no longer. It needs to be renovated. Hey, Kathy Stevens, how are you? Does the Pope home even have his things in the house? No. Has his family even been back to the house? I don't think so. This sounds sketchy. Maybe get rid of all these consultants and lawyers. Yeah, like I said, I feel like this was a Bert push. But, like I said, we're going to have to wait and see if it's profitable for the village, if it was what they thought it was going to be, because that's okay, Miss Carol. Hey, SP, hopefully the Pope's home will start to pay for itself in upkeep after maybe a year or so. Yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to attract tourists, whether the village owns it or another investor, in my opinion, of course. Yeah, just in some places they just have they put the historical sign out there, and people just drive by. That's just, and the residents are able to deal with that. There have been charter buses coming on that street. I don't know how how it's working as far as traffic for the residents that actually live on that street. I don't know how that's working. If traffic picks up, I don't know how that's going to work. If these charter buses come down, where are they parking, right? Because Martin Luther King's home, they have special parking where you park buses and things, and then it's just like a walk. It's not but you are walking to a lot of things. You can walk to the church. You can walk to Martin Luther King's home. You can walk to the museum. They have a children's museum thing. And it's all in the same area. So it's like a walk. So buses are parked in one spot. They have a space for them to park. And then you just walk. I'm not sure, how that's working, how that's going to work. Hey, Debris, how are you? Status quo in a way, glad they consulted, but the village is still rolling the dice. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to work. I need to worry about my own stuff over here in Harvey. Wish them well. Yeah, hopefully it works out the way they want it to work. Hopefully they get enough traffic. I don't know. Some things like the Martin Luther King thing, for the most part, that museum is free. I don't remember if I paid anything to go into the house. I don't remember paying for anything, to be honest with you, when it comes to the Martin Luther King thing. I haven't been there in a while, maybe a year ago. If they can get state and federal grants to help with the purchase, it will alleviate the taxpayers. Hopefully that's what they can do. You're like, again, you know, it's a process, and you gotta hope that you know, that's what they will do. As far as the grants and things, hopefully you get chosen. Any parking at the now defunct Justice Ring, that's a long way away from the Pope's house, ain't it? How far is that? Because they would have to walk back. I saw Ed Steve make a video, I think it was this week or last week, where he said there was 2 bus loads of people, you know, that came. And there was a considerable amount of people. Yeah, I'm just hoping that, what are they going to be charging? Hopefully that will offset and help with some of the upkeep, the grass being cut, the water, the lights, you know, the cleaning of the gutters, you know, all of those things that you have to deal with when you own a home. Hopefully, you know, yeah, they would have to put the gift shop inside, like in Martin Luther King's home, the gift shop is inside of the house. So they would probably have to put that in there, you know. Yeah, Miss Pribadonna, it's a choice, you know, change, you know, chance. Yeah, I mean, it's all a choice. You got to make choices. Any squatters? SP? No, I don't think so. You know how the South Side is now. Yeah, I do. I think that area, since they're gonna purchase it, will probably be you know, monitored by the police, maybe more. You know, maybe. So, on another note, did you find out what happened in court today with Super Stank? No, I did not. Like, for me, like, I'm so tired hearing about her. Like, for real, she just doing the same thing she's been doing. I haven't heard anything as of yet, Enrique, but I will try to get an update for you tomorrow. I'm gonna be going live with the next part of the deposition for Tangelique Miller. Okay, and we'll see. And I have some videos to show tomorrow too. I'm sure said we've got famous people from here in Georgia too. Street signs coming into town says so and so from here. Just a metal street sign, yeah. Hey, Miss Q, it's been a long time. How have you been doing? Hey, Doug Day, I've been doing well. What about yourself? I hope you've been doing well. Have you interviewed Kiana about her run for county? No, I have not. No, Ms. Audra, I have not. I have been investigating some things. I have been so super busy working on something. I can't tell you guys about it, but when I can, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. Was the meeting. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you come back tomorrow for the next portion of this Tangelique Miller deposition. I hope you guys are enjoying that. Are you guys enjoying the deposition? I hope you are. We got a few more pages to go. And, you know, then we will see. Okay? Listen, y'all be good. Enjoy your night. I'm sure there'll be lots of things going on Facebook, on YouTube tonight. I'm going to get back to work because I got work to do. And Tangelique is playing hot potato with responsibilities. Wait till you see this clip tomorrow, Enrique. I found this clip today when I was doing my research today, and I was like, I know you lying. I know you is lying. Wait till y'all see it. Okay? All right. You got to catch up? Okay, catch up then. Thanks, SP, for looking forward to tomorrow. Love you all. Okay, see you later, sure. All right, see you tomorrow, Miss Carol. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow.
Watch what you say. We need personal space. Just drop the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need personal space. Won't you just go away? We need personal today.